What if I told you that you shape your own reality? Groundbreaking experiments have proven that what you think and feel can literally shape the world around you. In this video, I'll show you the science behind it. This is from the book The Divine Matrix by Gregg, Braden. You can get the book from the top of the description. Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal 3 mind-blowing scientific experiments that prove your DNA, emotions, and thoughts directly influence the reality you experience. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of how science backs up the idea that you can shape your own life. It's not woo-woo anymore. I'm going to give you the hard evidence. The first scientific experiment: DNA affects light. We influence the world with our energy. The first experiment, conducted by Popinin and Gariev, involved observing the behaviour of light particles, or photons, in a vacuum-sealed tube. Initially, when no DNA was present, the photons in the tube were just scattered randomly, as expected. But then, when human DNA samples were put into the tube, the photons did something unexpected. They began to arrange themselves into structured patterns, as if the DNA was influencing them. Even more surprising, when the DNA was removed from the tubes, the photons did not return to their scattered state. They stayed in their structured pattern, as if still influenced by the DNA. This experiment proves that our DNA isn't just a biological blueprint for our bodies. It's an active force capable of influencing the energy around us. The DNA didn't merely interact with the photons, it actively shaped their behaviour. What's even more significant is that this finding points to the idea that our DNA, and by extension our energy, has the power to interact with the fundamental frequencies of the universe. We are not just passive observers in this reality, we are active participants, influencing the very energy that makes up our world. So, now we know that our DNA can influence the energy around us. But what if I told you that this energy can travel beyond our immediate surroundings? In fact, your energy can reach far away from you, affecting things at great distances. Let me show you how. The second experiment: human emotions influence on DNA. The connection beyond the body. In the 1990s, scientists working with the US Army investigated whether human emotions could continue to affect DNA, even after tissue samples were separated from the body. The experiment began with a tissue sample being taken from the inside of a volunteer's mouth. This sample was then isolated and moved to another room several hundred feet away. The scientists wanted to see if the donor's emotions still affected the DNA, although it was physically separated from the body. So the donor was shown a series of images and videos to try and evoke several different emotions. What they found is that the DNA sample in the other room, hundreds of feet away, responded with strong electrical reactions. What's extraordinary is that the reactions happened simultaneously, no matter the distance between the donor and the DNA. That's faster than the speed of light. It happened at the exact same time, no delay. The DNA seemed to respond as if it was still physically connected to the donor's body. Even more surprisingly, they then separated the donor and the DNA by 350 miles. Despite this vast distance, the emotional response of the donor still triggered a simultaneous reaction from the DNA sample, measured with atomic precision. This finding challenges conventional wisdom. We've been taught that once tissues or cells are removed from the body, they are no longer connected to the individual. Yet these experiments suggest that there's a field of energy connecting the donor's emotions to their DNA, no matter how far apart they are. It implies that DNA can carry emotional information, creating a direct link between the donor and the sample. This suggests the existence of a form of energy that ties us to our DNA, even after it's separated from us. The implications go beyond just DNA and emotion. This experiment suggests that our emotions, thoughts, and intentions might be able to connect us in ways that transcend physical limitations. So this energy between everything, the quantum field, the divine matrix, the web, the ether, may be the medium through which these connections happen. And it could be that our emotional energy exists everywhere, simultaneously, whether we're aware of it or not. So if emotions can transcend physical space and influence our DNA, is it possible that our thoughts and intentions are also connected in ways we haven't yet fully understood? This takes us to a whole new layer of possibilities, where our consciousness could influence much more than just our immediate surroundings. The third experiment, how your emotions physically change DNA. Between 1992 and 1995, researchers from the Institute of HeartMath conducted experiments to see how human emotions affect DNA. The researchers placed DNA in glass containers and had participants focus on positive emotions like compassion and love while directing attention to their heart. They also observed the effects of negative emotions like anger and frustration. The researchers found that DNA physically changed shape depending on the emotions of the participants. When participants focused on positive emotions, the DNA relaxed and became more flexible. In contrast, negative emotions caused the DNA to tighten up and become less flexible. These experiments show that human emotions can directly affect the structure of our DNA. Positive emotions promote relaxation and flexibility in DNA, while negative emotions cause it to tighten and resist change. This challenges the idea that our DNA is fixed and unchangeable, suggesting that the thoughts, feelings, and intentions we generate can influence our physical and emotional well-being on a molecular level. What's even more fascinating is that the impact of our emotions isn't limited to our DNA. It extends beyond our bodies. The Institute of HeartMath also discovered that the heart generates an electromagnetic field, also known as the Taurus Field, which radiates 5 to 8 feet in all directions. See the image on screen. This field is constantly interacting with the energy fields of others. When we're feeling positive emotions like love and gratitude, our Taurus field vibrates at a higher frequency, creating a ripple effect that can influence those around us. The majority of the time, these positive vibrations influence negative to become positive, but also sometimes negative emotions, if someone's just at a neutral state, can influence other people to have negative emotions too. This is why a negative person can always bring other people down, and if you're near them, then if they're negative and you're just trying to be normal, you'll always end up being negative too, without a word even being spoken. This is why we can often sense the energy of a room or feel like something's off. It's our Taurus field picking up on the emotional states of others. So what does this all mean? When we put these three experiments together, we see something extraordinary. We are not at the mercy of external forces. We are powerful creators of our reality. Our DNA, emotions, and thoughts have a direct effect on the world around us, shaping the energy that creates everything we experience. This is a profound realization. Whether it's affecting the light around us, connecting to others regardless of distance, or physically changing our DNA with our emotions, these experiments prove that we are a part of a greater interconnected field of energy. These experiments show us that we are not passive observers. We actively shape our world. Whether it's our relationships, health, or success, the energy we emit has a real impact. The next time you're facing a challenge, remember, you have the power to change your reality by shifting your emotions and energy. This isn't just a theory. Science has proven it. The truth is simple. You are not just experiencing life, you are creating it. The energy you put out into the world shapes your reality and can shape others. If you want to buy the book, then the link is top of the description. If you learned something new, please like and subscribe to keep learning. If you know anyone that's interested in this kind of content, then please share this to them, as it really helps me out. If the next video on this book is out, then the playlist will be on screen now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Stay positive, even when it seems everything is against you.